Hi guys, so welcome back to our channel. For today's video, I was looking at the comments from the last video. I saw the challenge that was suggested. Yes, we'll get to that soon. We're just waiting for some friends to do it, so it'll be more fun. So we'll do that later on. This video will be about the story time of how the big question came about. So yeah, let's get started. So I'm trying to think where I could start. For the past few months before the actual day, I felt like there were so many hints and I just had a feeling that it was just going to come. Him and I have been talking about like, oh, when is a good time to get engaged and stuff like that, because I am in my senior year of college, but I have 2 more years technically after this because going into my master's. We were just talking about it a lot for the past few months before the actual day. So it's probably like summertime when we started talking about it a lot more probably. Honestly, I was probably bugging him a lot, so sorry. But yeah, so probably this summertime I kind of showed him some screenshots from the past of what ring I want. And so he kept that to himself and knew what kind of style I wanted. So after he figured out what kind of style ring I want, we then were talking about what size ring I am, because I'm not the type of person to wear rings really. It's just not who I am. So I didn't even know what size ring finger I have. So my friends and I think this was a while back, this was last semester, we actually went over to the mall and we went to one of those jewelry stores and I asked if they could size my finger so then I could see what size I am, so then I could tell Palmer about what size ring I want. So yeah, so we went there in a size 6. After that, I told him and he just like kept that to himself. He probably wrote it down so I wouldn't forget. So he knew the size and then the style I wanted. So from there, it was just his game. It's his decision on when to do it, where to do it, and picking out the ring. Because obviously, proposals, you don't want to, the girl doesn't want to know, they want to be surprised. Even though I had a feeling it was coming, so it wasn't like a total surprise for me, but I'll get to that. So then it came to probably beginning of September. So in September, it's my birthday, and so I was like asking him, oh, have you like thought about what you're gonna give me for my birthday? Because not to like roast him or anything, but sometimes he can forget how close a date is coming to like get someone a gift. And so I was kind of like reminding him like early September-ish. I kept reminding him and he was like, oh, I'll figure it out. I was like, okay. And so it gets to early to mid-September. And so this was a big hint because he told me that, let me backtrack. So it was early to mid-September. Our anniversary and my birthday is literally a week apart. So we have to get he has to give me 2 gifts within a week because of our anniversary and my birthday. So we were just talking about that and he mentioned that he probably won't be getting me anything for my birthday because his anniversary gift, which is this, was kind of in the more expensive price range. So he said that if it would be okay to combine the birthday present and the anniversary gift together. And I was like, yeah, that's fine. I had a feeling after he said that was a big hint of the question. So then it came to our coming close to our anniversary, which is October 1st, 2019. That was our first anniversary. That's when we started dating. So once it came closer to it, he kept talking to me. We talk like every night, but one night he told me that on October 1st, our anniversary date, he's going to pick me up here at school. And keep in mind, my school from where I live is an hour away, pretty much. 45 minutes with good traffic, probably. He told me that he would drive from his house, which is 45 minutes away from here, pick me up, and then go all the way down to a local river where we live. I was like, why does he need to come pick me up and then bring me back, go there, back to where, like, it's closer to our house, and then come back and drop me off? I just thought that was kind of weird because, I don't know, I don't know, it was just, I feel like it's a lot of driving, but he was very particular. He was like, no, I need to come pick you up, bring you there, and we'll come back to drop you off later that night. And I was like, okay. Yeah, once he told me that, I started to get more speculation, and also my parents had been acting a little weird. So they seemed like they were lying. So yeah, that was like a few days before the actual day. So then the day comes. So it's October 1st, 2024, and he gets here probably, I don't remember what it was, probably like 3:30. We kind of just chill, and then he's like, okay, we gotta go. And I was like, okay. And he told me, oh yeah, this was another thing. He told me for this day I had to dress up. And I had to get my nails done. These weren't the nails that I had, but he told me to get my nails done, which I never get my nails done either. So I thought that was another big hint. And also dressing up, which, not really dressing up, I guess, because usually it goes somewhere to like a nice restaurant on an anniversary. So I usually dress up anyways on those days. But it was just weird because he told me to get my nails done. And I never get my nails done, never. So that was another big hint, really big hint. Also, my roommates were acting a little sus too, and so I thought that was a little bit sus as well. When it came to the actual day, he was like, okay, we gotta go, and I was like, okay. So we're like getting ready. I start getting nervous when we start to leave because I feel like it's happening. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is like a big thing, like, oh my gosh. My heart was beating fast, and I didn't know where he was doing it, when, like, I didn't know. So we're like driving down to, that's where like the river is. Yeah, that's where we were going. He didn't tell me where we were going, but when we got there, I was like, oh, we're here. So at this river, there's this big long bridge where you just walk on. Usually like people run on it to like exercise and stuff. So I get there, we get to the bridge, and we are no joke, we are the only ones dressed up in nice clothes. I'm wearing a dress, wearing sandals, he's wearing a polo with khakis, and everyone else is in exercise wear. Yeah, so I was like, oh no. And if you know me, I don't like attention at all. I don't like when people stare at me. It just makes me so uncomfortable, and so I felt like I was getting so many eyes on me because we were the only ones dressed up. And everyone else was in like exercise wear and just like running and whatever. So we're walking to the bridge, everyone's staring. Then as we are getting to the midpoint of the bridge, he stops at this bench. I swear I thought it was gonna happen then. So he goes over to this bench where two other people are standing or sitting on the bench, and he kneels down, and I thought it was gonna happen right then because he was kneeling down. But he starts tying his shoe, and I've seen like little like videos of like guys faking tying a shoe but then actually like proposing. So I thought that was gonna happen. So I was like getting prepared, and then he was like, okay, we gotta keep walking. And so I was like, okay, I guess it's not happening then. Oh yeah, another thing I forgot to mention is that before we got to the bridge, I was like, where are we going? And he was like, oh, we're going to a restaurant across from the bridge. It's at the end of the bridge. And I have been here so many times. I know for a fact there's no restaurant at the end of the bridge. So I did not believe that either. So I knew something was up because I just know that there's no restaurant at the end of the bridge. So yeah, that I was a little speculated by that too. So then after he got down and tied his shoe, whatever, we start walking more. And we get to the end of the bridge, and he checks his phone, or I think, and he goes over to his phone. He's like, oh, we still got some time for a reservation, even though I knew there was no restaurant at the end of the bridge, so I was just like, okay, whatever. Then he was like, let's go to the lookout spot. And if you didn't know, the lookout spot is where we like had our first date. We went to this place for our first date, went out to the lookout spot, and took our first picture together. I'll put that first picture up here. So he was like, let's go to the lookout spot before we have to go to the restaurant, even though I didn't believe that. So I was just like, okay. So we go up these like steep stairs. It was like so many stairs, and I'm wearing these sandals, and I'm like, oh my gosh, my feet are gonna hurt, because these aren't like the comfiest sandals ever. So it was just like, I was like, oh, okay, fine. So we get to the top of the stairs and we head over to the lookout spot, and we're walking. We get to the lookout spot, and we're looking at the city, because from the lookout spot you can see the whole city. As soon as we get there and look at the buildings and look at the little site, I could tell he was stressing. He like just kept moving, and he was like having his hand on his face. I knew it was coming at this point. And so yeah, so then after looking at the city, he turns over to me, and he pretty much says at the beginning, you know, this is where our first date was, where our first picture was. And I was like, yeah. And he's like, I know you have a feeling you know what I'm gonna do. And I was like, yeah, I have a feeling. And then he says a little spiel, and then he gets down on one knee and then proposes. And then his one of his good friends, he was hiding behind a bush. I didn't even see him at all, so that was a really good hiding space. So he gets out of the bush and starts taking pictures and stuff like that. So yeah, he gets down on one knee and he asked me the question, and I say yes, and he shows me the ring, obviously, and this is what it is. But it's what I wanted. I'm not, like I said, I'm not a big jewelry girl, so I don't really like wear lots of jewelry as much. This is what I wanted, and so yeah, it's super cute. After that, after the proposal, his friend took some like engagement pictures of us together, and then after, we actually did have a reservation to go to a restaurant. Wasn't at the end of the bridge, which I knew. We went to the tobacco restaurant. I think that's what it's called. Tobacco restaurant? Hold on, let me check. Okay, I was close. It was the tobacco company. We went there after his friend took pictures, because we actually had a reservation. So yeah, so we went there, and during dinner he just gave me all the details and the steps leading to the proposal, how nervous he was, and all that stuff. So if you want to hear his side of the story, maybe we can get him on here and he can explain how he felt and stuff like that, because I feel like that would be really funny to hear. So yeah, if you want to hear his side of the story, comment down below and we'll make that happen for you guys. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It's been 2 months since being engaged. We are going to have a longer engagement than most engaged couples have, because he's still in school. He's in vet tech school. And then I obviously am graduating here with my undergrad, and then doing 2 more years for my master's. So most likely wedding will probably be in about 3 years. I'll show you around here professional photos that we got. They're so cute. I love them. It's been so much fun so far, even though we haven't really planned much stuff. Planned anything really yet. Yeah, that's the story pretty much. But like I said earlier, I wasn't 100% surprised, because I had a feeling from all the big hints that was not given to me, but like from other people that I've heard. I don't know, the suspicions, I guess. I had a lot of suspicions that it was going to happen soon. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed that little story time. I'm glad I like documented this because I feel like this would be a good way to show my future kids how I got engaged, because I feel like they would want to know in the future. I thought it was very sentimental because that's exactly where our first picture taken was. Maybe I'll show you before, so like our first date picture and then the proposal, and you'll see how much we've like grown. It's crazy. I've got braces and just ugh. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed the story time. But yeah, so don't worry, we will do those challenges that were recommended to us in the comments later on. We just want to have more people do it with us to make it more fun and enjoyable for our viewers. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed. I'm not sure what next video is, but I guess it'll be a surprise and you'll just have to find out and see. Yeah, thank you for watching and we hope you enjoyed.